Most people believe house budget problems begin when construction starts, when materials rise, when workers ask for more money, or when delays happen. But the truth is more uncomfortable than that. Many homeowners lose control of their budget before the first hollow block is even laid. Long before cement, steel, or labor enters the picture, one silent decision already decides whether your budget will survive or collapse. This mistake is common among OFWs and first-time homeowners in the Philippines. You save for years, you prepare a fixed amount, and you tell yourself, this should be enough. But no one tells you that a house budget is not destroyed by construction. It is destroyed by assumptions. And assumptions almost always happen at the planning stage. Most people start with a house design they love, not one they can afford. You see a layout online, you show it to an architect or draftsman, and the design looks perfect on paper. Spacious rooms, wide windows, clean lines. But what you don't see is this. Design decisions automatically lock in future costs, even before anyone computes the budget. A floor plan doesn't show how much concrete is required. Elevations don't show how much steel is hidden inside columns and beams. And beautiful perspectives don't tell you how many labor days are needed to execute that vision. Without cost checking, your design quietly commits you to expenses you never approved. One of the most expensive phrases in house construction is, "We'll adjust the budget later." Later almost never comes. Once a design is finalized and permits are processed, changes become difficult, emotional, and costly. Adjustments done late almost always mean removing essentials or increasing the budget, never the other way around. For OFWs, this problem is worse. Because you are not physically present, you rely on updates, photos, and messages. When cost problems surface, they are already halfway into construction. At that point, stopping feels impossible. So instead of correcting early, many OFWs choose to absorb the loss silently. One wrong planning decision creates a domino effect. A slightly bigger floor area increases foundation size. Bigger foundations require more excavation, more concrete, more steel. That affects columns, beams, slabs, roofing, finishes, everything. What looked like a small change on paper becomes hundreds of thousands of pesos on site. Some homeowners wonder, why didn't the contractor warn me? The hard truth is this. Contractors build what you approve. If the design is approved and permitted, they will execute it. It is not their job to redesign your house to save your budget. That responsibility belongs to planning and cost control, not construction. Most homeowners plan houses based on looks and inspiration, not numbers. Cost thinking is often introduced too late, when money is already bleeding. A smarter approach is simple. Design must always walk side by side with cost checking. If one walks ahead of the other, the budget always loses. Smart homeowners ask different questions early. How much does this design realistically cost? What happens if we increase this room? What can we adjust now while it's still cheap to change? These questions save more money than any negotiation later on. The biggest house budget mistake is not overspending on materials or labor. The biggest mistake is committing to a design without understanding its financial consequences. Once that commitment is made, everything else becomes damage control. If you're planning to build a house in the Philippines, understand this early and you will already be ahead of most homeowners. In the next video, we'll break down exactly which design choices secretly increase house costs, and which ones give you more value without increasing your budget. Follow Smart Pinoy Homes so you don't learn these lessons the expensive way.